Hi, I am Anna. I come from www.ntvforex.com. Croatia to release 2Q GDP data analysis. http ntvforex.com News ID 87B1BB8 24/20/27 18:39 am. Croatia is the last country to release economic growth data for the second quarter. Our expectation sits at a 12.4% YY drop, reflecting the broad-based lockdown. For the full-year growth forecast, the third quarter will be crucial, particularly in terms of the extent to which the tourism sector was hit. At this point, we tend to see the risk to the upside to our current growth forecast. In Hungary, on the other hand, the downside surprise from the 2Q20 GDP data prompts us to revise the growth forecast down from 4.6% to 5.8% for 2020. This week, the Hungarian Central Bank holds its rate-setting meeting. No change in monetary policy is expected. The unemployment rate is also due in Hungary and Poland. Last but not least, Slovenia and Croatia will publish retail sales numbers for July. Will there be another positive surprise? As in the case of Poland in the week ending August 15, the recovery index climbed, such that it is only slightly below the March level of activity. The change is driven by the rise in electricity consumption, in Poland particularly. The seasonal effects and weather conditions may be one of the factors behind the increased volatility in energy consumption. Growth of NO2 pollution also pushed the index up. Capacity utilization in the automotive sector also added to the pace of recovery. We also rebased the index so that the March level of activity is equal to 1. To make the interpretation easier, how much of the gap has closed compared to the pre-pandemic level. Currently, 95% of the gap has been closed in C. For more details, please see our website. While the Czech koruna and Polish zloty appreciated slightly over the last week, the Hungarian forint went in the opposite direction. The week 2Q GDP data could still have resonated, and national holidays at the end of the week could impact liquidity on the market. All C currencies remain weaker compared to the beginning of the year, even though they have recovered since the pandemic outbreak. This week, the central bank meeting in Hungary may have an impact on the local FX market. As for global factors, in the US, Jeremy Powell will speak in Jackson Hole. For the Eurist, the releases of the European ESI indicator and German IFO index will likely be important as well. Apart from Romania, where the long end of the curve went up by around 10 BP, the C bond market held up quite stable throughout the week. Romania was successful in the bond issuance last week and demand was quite satisfying. On the German bond market, 10Y yields went down from 0.51% to 0.57% last week, suggesting that the spread versus bonds is widening across C. NBSP. Download the full C market insights. Subscribe our channel to receive the news as soon as possible. Thank you for watching. If you want to read real-time news, text messages to MT5 Expert Advisors page at https://m.me/mt5.expert.advisors.